The paleo diet, is it safe after 55? What do nutritionists say? As we age, our nutritional needs change, and it's crucial to consider how different diets may affect our health. One diet that has gained a lot of attention is the paleo diet. But is it safe for those over 50? The paleo diet, often referred to as the caveman diet or the Stone Age diet, is based on the idea of eating foods that are similar to what our Paleolithic ancestors would have consumed. This means focusing on whole, unprocessed foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean meats, nuts, and seeds. Proponents of the paleo diet believe that by eating these types of foods, we can improve our health and prevent chronic diseases. In this video, we'll delve into the pros and cons of the paleo diet and discuss the insights of nutritionists who have studied its effects on the aging body. For example, the paleo diet excludes grains, legumes, dairy products, and processed foods. So what are the potential benefits of the paleo diet for those over 50? These foods are typically high in carbohydrates and unhealthy fats and are often associated with an increased risk of chronic diseases such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. By eliminating these foods from your diet, the paleo diet aims to reduce inflammation and promote weight loss. The paleo diet promotes the consumption of lean proteins, healthy fats, and plenty of fruits and vegetables, all of which are essential for maintaining good heart health. By reducing the intake of saturated and trans fats, cholesterol, and sodium, the paleo diet can help lower blood pressure and improve overall cardiovascular health. We'll also answer the frequently asked question, is the paleo diet good for someone over 55? So stay tuned to find out. Before we dive into the pros and cons of the paleo diet, let's take a moment to talk about what the diet entails. The paleo diet's focus on whole, unprocessed foods that are low in sugar and refined carbohydrates may help reduce inflammation throughout the body. This shift towards whole foods can help improve overall nutrition and reduce the risk of nutrient deficiencies. By consuming a variety of whole foods, older adults can ensure that they are getting the essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber that they need to maintain good health. By eliminating processed foods, the paleo diet reduces the intake of harmful ingredients such as trans fats and added sugars, which can trigger inflammation. The paleo diet can be an effective tool for weight management, as it promotes the consumption of filling foods that are high in protein and fiber while reducing the intake of processed foods and added sugars. By following the paleo diet, older adults may be able to maintain a healthy weight and reduce the risk of obesity-related health problems. Instead, it promotes the consumption of anti-inflammatory foods such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, which are rich in antioxidants and other compounds that can help fight inflammation. However, the high intake of meat can be a concern for older adults who may have kidney or digestive issues. Additionally, if not chosen carefully, meat can be high in saturated fat and cholesterol, which can raise the risk of heart disease. Older adults should monitor their meat intake and choose lean cuts of meat whenever possible to minimize the potential risk. The paleo diet excludes dairy products, which are significant sources of calcium and vitamin D. The elimination of entire food groups such as grains and dairy can lead to social isolation and make it difficult to enjoy meals with family and friends. Additionally, the paleo diet's emphasis on meat-heavy meals may not appeal to vegetarians or those with dietary restrictions. The difficulty in sustaining the paleo diet long-term can hinder its effectiveness in promoting healthy eating habits in the long run. Registered dietitians and nutritionists who specialize in working with older adults offer valuable insights into how to modify the paleo diet to better suit the needs of this population. While some sources of calcium and vitamin D are available through other foods, such as fortified plant-based milk and fatty fish, it can be challenging to meet recommended intake levels without dairy products. Others recommend prioritizing fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, flax seeds, and chia seeds to prevent deficiency. Additionally, nutritionists advise monitoring protein intake as excessive protein can stress the kidneys, which can be problematic for older adults with kidney issues. Its focus on whole, unprocessed foods and elimination of harmful ingredients can promote healthier eating patterns and improve overall nutrition. Its exclusion of certain food groups and emphasis on meat-heavy meals may not appeal to everyone, and the social implications of the diet can make it challenging to maintain. In these cases, it may be more beneficial to focus on incorporating paleo principles, such as prioritizing whole foods and reducing processed foods, rather than strictly adhering to the diet. However, it's crucial to modify the paleo diet to address the specific needs of older adults, such as including some dairy or legumes to meet calcium and fiber requirements. It is important to note that older adults with diabetes or heart conditions need to be particularly cautious and consult their doctors before making any significant dietary changes. While it promotes healthy eating habits and may reduce the risk of chronic diseases, It is essential to modify the diet to address the specific needs of older adults and consider the potential risks associated with its restrictive nature. By following expert recommendations and making informed choices, older adults can determine if the paleo diet is a suitable option for them or if they should focus on other dietary approaches that better align with their health goals and lifestyle preferences. By following these recommendations, older adults can enjoy the potential benefits of the paleo diet while mitigating the risks associated with its restrictive nature. The paleo diet excludes whole grains and legumes, which are excellent sources of fiber. Fiber is essential for maintaining good digestive health and preventing issues such as constipation and diversion. Older adults require a sufficient amount of fiber in their diet to keep their digestive system functioning properly. To prevent fiber deficiency, older adults on the paleo diet should focus on consuming high-fiber fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Older adults are already at risk of osteoporosis and other bone-related issues, so it's crucial to ensure adequate calcium and vitamin D intake to maintain strong bones. The answer is not a simple yes or no. It depends on various factors such as the individual's overall health, dietary needs, and preferences. One of the key aspects of the paleo diet is the elimination of certain foods that are found in many modern diets. In general, the paleo diet encourages the consumption of foods that are rich in nutrients and This includes fruits and vegetables, which are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The paleo diet also emphasizes lean sources of protein such as chicken, fish, and tofu, which are essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength. Overall, the goal of the paleo diet is to improve your health by providing your body with the nutrients it needs, while avoiding harmful ingredients that can contribute to disease. Now that we've covered the basics of the paleo diet, let's discuss the pros and cons of this way of eating, particularly for those over the age of 55. Pros of the paleo diet after 55. While the paleo diet has been popular among younger generations, it is also gaining traction among older adults who are looking for a healthier way to manage their nutrition. Supports heart health. Heart disease is a leading cause of death in older adults, but adopting a heart-healthy diet such as the paleo diet may help reduce the risk of developing cardiovascular disease, may reduce inflammation. As we age, inflammation becomes a common issue that can contribute to various health problems. Helps with weight management. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for overall health and well-being, especially after 55 when metabolism slows down. Encourages whole foods. Rather than relying on processed and packaged foods, the paleo diet encourages older adults to prioritize whole, unprocessed foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Cons and risks for older adults. While the paleo diet has several potential benefits, there are also some drawbacks and risks that older adults should be aware of before making any significant dietary changes. Low calcium and vitamin D. One of the main concerns with the paleo diet is its potential to lead to low calcium and vitamin D levels. High meat intake. The paleo diet promotes the consumption of lean meats, such as chicken and fish. Fiber deficiency. Another drawback of the paleo diet is the potential for fiber deficiency. Hard to sustain long-term. The restrictive nature of the paleo diet can make it challenging to sustain over time. These potential drawbacks highlight the importance of consulting with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian before starting the paleo diet or any other restrictive diet. Expert recommendations. Now that we've discussed the potential benefits and drawbacks of the paleo diet for older adults, let's explore the recommendations of experts in the field of nutrition. Some nutritionists suggest modifying the paleo diet to include some dairy products or legumes to ensure adequate intake of calcium and fiber. Is the paleo diet good for someone over 50? After considering the pros and cons of the paleo diet and expert recommendations, the question remains, is the paleo diet good for someone over 50? For some older adults, the paleo diet can be a helpful tool for improving their eating habits and reducing the risk of chronic diseases. On the other hand, some older adults may find the paleo diet too restrictive or difficult to sustain over time. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to follow the paleo diet should be made on a case-by-case basis in consultation with a healthcare provider or registered dietitian. In conclusion, the paleo diet can have both potential benefits and drawbacks for older adults. Thank you for watching and subscribing. And remember, always consult with a healthcare provider before making any significant dietary changes. Have a wonderful day.